All right. What's up, everybody? We are live here on the interwebs. Got a little motley crew here with us today for Messy Monday. We've just been yakking off camera, talking about this, that, the other. We may run back through it, but with us today we have Meredith and Teal Wheels here with us. Dave K from Canada, who is new with us. My kiddo is right over there. You see him? He is right there. There he is, right there. There he is. And Brick Smith is here, and Mr. Mark Samlin Fliebnork is here. So let's start with Miss Meredith, because she has just gotten power. Is that right?
Saturday at 3 p.m.
How long was it off?
Yes, we lost power for 3 days, but again, we don't live in Florida, so we don't have those week-long outages.
What are you talking about? we had people go 2.5 months.
Yeah, weeks, months, yeah.
Trust me, there was a girl with your space shirt on. How are you today?
Earth.
Right.
And
my son has that same shirt.
Space.
Old Navy. My husband finally bought me a Porsche.
Ooh.
Oh my, can we see it?
Yes, it's not the Porsche I quite wanted, because it doesn't, go on a road, but it's okay. We'll take it.
Nice.
That's about it. We've been dealing with the terrible smells coming from our fridge all weekend, so we didn't get to do much else.
Ew.
Terrible smells in Halloween.
Clean the fridge out pretty good.
You didn't clean the freezer out.
No, I haven't.
with all the blueberry, with all the melted blueberry juice at the bottom.
Oh, that's the trick there.
So no, we didn't get nothing much done. We've been waiting for the power. So, and we have more mini doll parts everywhere in our house, and I don't know what we're gonna do.
So many dolls.
Many
hello, Brick
dolls.
Studios. Hello, Brom. It's glad to have you here. Did she mute you so she could talk?
Yeah, she muted me. Stop.
That's awesome.
I love it.
There you go.
That's awesome. Good to see you, young lady. Good to see you, Brian. At least part of Brian melding into Brick Smith. Dave, what has been going on? Thank you for joining us this Thursday for the first time. What's been going on in your life, like world?
I had so much fun last Thursday, I can't even tell you.
Really? With us? I'm sorry. How bad is Canada right now?
Well, it's a little. We're in lockdown. So.
Well, there you go.
No, so I finished this thing. I found some thread over at Michael's that matches the original, and so I got that done. I did a little video on that, and then somebody asked me about my
Oh yeah,
these things. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a little video about that sometime this week. I have to make sure they're still working. I haven't touched them in like years. So.
Oh, Hinkle sighting! Hinkle sighting! Hinkle's out!
Hey, Kevin.
It's over there
We
somewhere.
got your care package. Thank you so much. I forgot to take a picture of it and say thank you.
Yeah, I got my stickers, my Hinkle stickers in the mail. That's right. All right, let's go back to Dave. Sorry,
No, I got it.
He knows exactly what.
I'm in fun.
All right, so show me what you were showing. What I missed it. I'm sorry. We had things behind the scenes going on.
I don't know how many people actually seen these. They came out a bunch of years back. I was actually working with Mike Shields over at Lasting Toys in Mississauga, and he had a few, so I bought his last few because we just were expecting Josh at the time, and I thought he'd like them, and so I bought everyone that he had at the time, and even the bunch of whatever. But Josh is too old for him now, but somebody is asking about him, so I'm going to do a video about him later. So
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, well, Stever, we should give everybody to say to Stever. We don't give any celebration for Stever.
Steven.
Oh, hey, there's Jeff McElwee. Welcome to the group.
Yeah,
Here.
it's Jeff.
Jeff, woo, Jeff.
Now, how do you feel, Steve?
All right. Fazoom Jr. is here. What are you working on, son?
Right now, I am working on the buggy from the Lego movie.
That's called the freebie buggy that we got from the from our lug. And so yeah, he's working on that. Oh, there's Neil. Neil, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. And Dave is himself in the chat. So let's go to Brick Smith. Brick Smith, what do you got going on? Where's your castle, man? Whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, it's all changed.
You have a tan castle.
BBN Castle.
It's a cardboard box castle.
They are cardboard boxes right now. So, little known secret. We're going to move here in the next few months. Before the opportunity to display it at a convention. So, boop, it's in a box. I'm getting my ducks in a row early so I don't have to mad dash and just scrape stuff into a box to move. I did, however, I finished sorting out my bulk, my latest bulk, and along with this bad boy right here, I got this guy.
Ooh.
I changed his tooth. He's got a silver tooth.
I like it.
And a gold one. So this was my first non-friends Lego set that I ever purchased as an adult or AFOL or AFOL. What part of the country you are and what your vernacular is. So anyway.
Yeah. Is Dana here? I did not know Dana was here. I didn't hear the beep. It's right off screen.
Dana, you stink. Go away.
What?
I like Dana.
I not even in the door 30 seconds and I stink? What's going on?
I'm just tremendously jealous. Go ahead, show it off.
The reason that I stink is because I found this.
Ooh, where'd you find it?
So one of the Lego employees who I follow on Instagram was at the Discovery Mills Atlanta store and or not the Discovery Mills, the Legoland Discovery Center in Phipps Plaza. And she had posted that this and the Black Widow and I think even the Harry Potter little monster book were all on the shelves at the Discovery Center. And I was just walking out of North Point, having gotten the child just so I could get this cool keychain, which, by the way, if you haven't seen, it's metal, it's heavy. You can hurt somebody by throwing this at them. I highly recommend it. But so I went down to the Legoland, and I even messaged Shannon and Matthew and a couple of people saying, "Hey, these are down there if you guys want one." Shannon hopped in his car and met me over at Legoland Discovery Center. We walked in. There they were. I grabbed one. He grabbed one. And that was the last two on the shelf. And we figured, oh, there must be more. They're going to stock more of them.
Sure.
And we found out as we left and we were talking to other people, nope, that was it. They got 10 and poof, they were gone.
Well, let's see. I don't seem to have a text from Dana. Do you?
Neither do I.
Do you have a text from Dana?
And you are who?
And Meredith, do you have a text from Dana?
By the time I had gotten to the point where I could message other people, it was too late. They were all gone.
Okay.
After you made sure to get there, grab yours, and go, oh, yeah, it's true. I got mine.
It's all right. It's, I feel bad because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make Brian stand up to midnight when they do release it so he can get it on Lego Shop.
And it's entirely possible that, they will be revealed and released. I think I heard, the latest thing I heard was that maybe on November 17th, they'll be released somewhere else. Where that will be, there's still no information.
My loving husband who bought me the Porsche will buy me one by staying up and sitting himself alone.
And he should, because he's been building wood, so he needs to make sure you get your plastic.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Let's make sure. Welcome to the chat. Brett's Bills is here. Welcome, Doc Sampson. Good to have you here. I believe we greeted Mr. Jeff McElwee, but we're glad you're here. So, Dana, other than getting the last one of, by the way, I'll just go ahead and tell this. Folks in the club know this, but there was a guy in our lug, and I knew him from the town I used to live in, and he was kind of an odd bird. And we would, every time we would post like, "Hey, I found a set on clearance," he was like, "Did you get me one, or will you get me one?" And I'm like, "I got the last one." And he finally, in his awkwardness socially, he was like, he ranted that if we cared about him as a club member, we would offer to get him one, which I'm giving Dana grief because I know Dana, right? But I didn't get a text, by the way.
No, you're right. You didn't.
But anyway, he quit the group, quit the lug and everything because I didn't buy him Lego that I didn't know he wanted on the internet. So
Was this before I knew anybody?
probably.
Yeah, that was even before me.
Who's this?
So yeah, that happened a while back. But at the same time, though, Chris, you know that I hook you up and you hook me up, so it's always there. We take care of each other in the lug. This was just an odd circumstance where there was not enough, and I didn't want to feel, if there had been more on the shelf, and I didn't have confirmation from somebody, I wanted to leave them there in case somebody else came in behind me. But it wound up being that there were no more else to get.
The last one.
Yeah, same thing with the Black Widow. It was the last. I think Shannon grabbed 2 because he was going to send one to a friend in Belgium, and then I grabbed the last one of that one, and then that was it. And I was expecting that they would have more on they would have more in the back, but I don't think the Discovery Centers have back stock. I think they just have what's on the shelves is what they have. I think for the most part. But they did have a slew of those Harry Potter books. So, Mayor, if you want to go down there, you can get one.
Yeah, there's Star Wars, and then there's
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. Oh, but and so yes, Kevin, the guilt trip in our lug always goes to 11.
Oh yeah.
We didn't start at like 10, and then if we need that extra push, go to 11. No, it's just always at 11.
Yeah, but that one guy, it was so odd. That guy in Rome, and I don't want to be mean, but I would like say hey to him and like try to shake his hands, and he wouldn't touch me, and he was an odd bird to begin with, and everything, and so
even more odd than the rest of our odd birds.
Yeah, he out odded us, I guess, in our group. So
we could do a whole conversation on the odd people that join lugs.
Ooh,
wait,
or just Lego in general, odd birds. So
right. So.
Are you talking about me?
No.
Yes, we are.
All right. So Dana, other than hosting everybody over by buying up all the rare Lego in Atlanta, what else you got going on today?
So I gotta say that I built this little guy last night, and he's pretty cool. I think his head's a little too small for the rest of the body, but maybe if I rewatch one of the episodes, it might actually be a little close to scale. His head turns, which is kind of cool. His hands rotate, they've got a little bit of movement. He can turn around. They've got the little ball to hold on to. My favorite part, though, has got to be that his ears go up and they can go down.
Oh,
Aww.
As he's feeling. Now, if it and when his mouth opens and closes too.
Can you do the magic hand thing?
Unfortunately, I don't know if you can. I think if you take the ball off and just kind of.
And they're done that.
Yeah, he's only got one ball too, Chris. So maybe he does kind of do the magic hand.
Oh no!
No,
Singular magic hand.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, but
Magic hand thing.
for an $80 set, not bad. I like it. I
When
think
you
it's
put
okay.
the cord, I'll get you one, Natalie.
That's fun.
And
All
of course,
right.
you get the little plaque with another little tiny minifigure scale child as well. So
there's actually the cheapest way to get your Baby Yoda minifig is to get that.
as a matter of fact, which I was curious, I was going to go ahead and Bricklink and just see how much has the child gone up to in general, because you're right. That is, other than the Razor Crest, that is the only other way to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and another thing I wanted to point out, which I think we talked about this when I opened up the Boba Fett bus or helmet. Pop tabs.
Pop tabs. No more
On the
tape.
bottom of a big box.
That is dumb.
and which makes complete sense because, as Chris just pointed out, this set is the easiest way to get this little guy. And we all know that resellers are classic for opening up a bag or opening up a box, retaping them, and taking them back someplace. So the pop tops on the bottom of this kind of makes sense to stop people from returning a set that has been opened and pieces taken out and shipped back or sent back. It takes a little weight off of the casual Walmart employee having to know that this thing happens. So I can see it happening more and more, even on bigger sets, especially when there are unique little figures that are in there. So be prepared to see that more and more, which will be harder for box purists because there's no real way around that. Because even the top is very much like a little box that's got a pop top where it's glued sealed.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're gonna graciously open that box and make it flat.
Yeah.
So look at what Jake's got.
Yeah, Jake, the box on the that set is lightweight too. So. Yeah. Are you eating saltines?
What are you talking about? Why are you? I'm minding my own business over here.
Showing boxes.
God, no, what I'm doing.
Well, you know, as Dave pointed out, there are some purists out there. If you don't got the box, you don't got the set.
Or the instructions.
Or the instructions. Dave, by the way, I did watch your video this afternoon as I was, or I should say, I listened to your video as I was finishing up on the head of the child here. So plug in your channel.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to
do the things.
To Dave. Do the thing, click the things, and like the things. And if you're in my chat, like the things. And
it's just me going on about nothing.
Yeah,
except our hobby.
Well, that's what we've been doing for 16 minutes and 57 seconds. So
it'll continue.
Right.
No,
Mr. Sandlin.
Joke.
What? Cafe Con Lego, Cece, what is going on? Yes, we're talking about boxes in our channel right now. So what it comes in. I really don't pay attention to I wonder. By the way, I wonder if Lego is trying to do an eco thing by not using extra plastic for tape and just sealing the boxes.
Yeah, I heard about the paper sacks, right? Was that a joke? Was that April Fool's joke about the paper sacks that they're going to use?
Paper's true.
Paper's coming, I believe. Yeah,
I like that idea.
Not just in the bags inside the boxes, but they're also going to be, well, they were supposed to, prior to COVID happening, weeding out all the plastic shopping bags in the stores.
I dig it.
But because of COVID, the amount of stock they had has not depleted yet for them to be able to go to paper, would be my guess.
How could it when they close the stores? I'm just saying.
Exactly.
You mean you can't humble brag with that gigantor Lego, yellow Lego bag with the logo on
if you run into Dana.
Well, that's true.
It is.
There will
he's got a bag full and I don't have anything to buy. Yeah.
I'm just curious because, I've walked out of a Lego store with those big monster bags because you've gotten a big monster set. And I can't see them putting a big monster set into a paper bag.
Oh,
so it will probably force them to say, well, you can carry it, or we have this reusable big monster bag that you can buy.
Maybe.
And that would probably be the case, which I usually would take that big monster bag with me because I've got one of those the reusable big Lego bags that I would take in if I knew I was getting a big set. I would usually take that with me just so I didn't come home with another big plastic yellow bag that I didn't need.
Or when you go to the Discovery Center and buy all the rare sets, and then
somebody needs to take those.
Twice
He's not letting that go.
2 weeks.
You brought it up. I don't care.
Actually, no, Meredith brought it up first. Even though I had it back here to show off, she did hit me right as I walked in the door.
Well, I don't
remember that at all. This is all your fault, Dana.
In my Amazon bag right here is sealed up is the set, the Black Widow set right there. So we may be saving that for posterity. So
interesting. So I got one of those actually from the treasure truck as well, and then I grabbed another one when I was at the Discovery Center for possible to pass off to somebody who didn't make it down there. So no, I don't just hold a whole lot of things. But what I found interesting, and Chris, you got a bubble wrap sealed one that seems kind of conformed around the bag.
Yeah,
it was a bigger yellow padded envelope. Amazon needs to do better when they're shipping collectibles.
Do better, Amazon. Yeah, they have a lot to do better on.
I have a T-shirt in my swag shot that says "Do better." Yeah,
I do get that.
twice.
I do, because there's lots of times, lots of things that need to be done better.
Yeah, right,
I'm not
right,
telling
right.
anybody to go to my swag shop and buy anything. I'm not saying that. We're in November. I don't care. But if you do,
He gets all the cash.
all of it's mine.
All of it goes in. Well, then I'll just wait till next October, and then I'll buy one.
Oh, wait. I hear something, Chris. May I just real quick?
Yeah.
The shirt that says it has the pink bucket nation, and it says on the bucket it says "For the Cure," always, forever. Anybody that buys that one, that money will go straight to the Season G. Coleman year round.
Good deal. All right, good to know. All right, Mr. Sandler, we have not spoken to you yet. What is going on, man?
What happened to Dana? He just disappeared.
Did he leave?
He
Oh
gone.
wait a minute.
Poof! Poor Dana. They turned him into a horny toad.
Oh, that's true. They probably don't know the Amazons. All right, Mr. Sandlin, what is up?
I am sort of trying to think about building a Vic Viper, which
Ooh.
many Lego fans know. The month of November, it's sort of a space community kind of thing that people build. It's a space fighter from a video game called Gradius. That the spaceship itself is called a Vic Viper. It's a little fighter spaceship thing. So anyway, I'm struggling with working on something to do with that, and I'm just sticking some pieces together to make a little cockpit for a little dude to go in. And I haven't even thought about what my spaceship is going to look like yet. I'm sort of like, I'm just slapping bricks together right now. But last night during Bricksmith's show, I built a little bitty one.
Thanks for the plug, Mark. Woo!
Which
So,
is awesome.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
just a little classic spacey flavored one, just a little, But this is basically what the Vic Viper spaceship looks like. It's got, the pilot sits in the middle. It's got a single fin in the back. It's got a wing on either side and two little sort of
Fairings.
things that stick forward that look like that. So
You know what you and Chris need to collab on, and whoever else wants to do it. You guys need to do a classic space advent calendar and sell it. I'm dead ass, man. Sorry.
I like it.
Do it, boys. Do it.
Actually, if there was somebody here who had multiple copies of real classic space sets, he could do a advent calendar if he wanted to, but
What?
Hey, this isn't coming from me right now, okay?
I
I didn't instigate this.
An advent calendar is, what he's a microspace advent calendar that we could publish the instructions on how to do. Not
and
take-
put it together. Make a few for the lug or whatever. What you want me to play with space, right, boys?
Hey, wait. Hey, how many in here get the employee gift at Christmas time? How many people in this room? Raise your hand.
You're gonna make me raise my hand? I'm not
No,
gonna-
I'll just put you on the screen.
Yes, I get the employee gift, but I do stuff to get that. And by the way, how many of you people? Well, sorry, Dave, this is going to not be you, but how many of you people in this chat have gotten things from your Lego ambassador from Lego for free, for fun,
For free.
for free?
For free.
I believe, Jake, what are you building?
Wait, did you want us all to raise our hands? Shut up.
Actually, the best thing I've ever gotten from you, Data, is a big laugh, like for something like that.
Hey, Dana, what about Bulk Lug 2021?
It's coming. It's coming.
What is this bull?
Really?
Actually, I think, you know what? I need to go look. I think either Thursday or it was yesterday. I can't remember whether it's the 1st or the 4th when we can actually officially start to submit our names for Lug Ball 2021.
Does that mean it's here yet?
Wait, are we getting it now? I mean, that's what I signed up.
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out.
Well, yeah.
It's too early.
I'm calling Jams right now to let him know. Okay.
I'm still basking in the glow of Bulk Lug 2020 to care about 2021 yet.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, so contest last month for some of those in the Lego community was Mechtober, and building Mechtober. The now is November, or November spelled with VV for Vic Viper and everything. But there's also a small challenge going on in some of the space community. It's called Grontron. Mark, can you explain what Grontron is?
It's not really a challenge. It's just something that a few of us were doing for fun. But it's reminiscent of the classic, the Lego classic space sets that were gray with the trans green windows and black detailing. So
the lesser known classic space color.
Yeah,
I think, don't you have one sitting on the shelf right above you?
I do.
Yeah, you should reach that down because I don't actually have like a classic set sitting right.
Yeah, black and the dark green trans.
Yeah, here you go. Here was one of the first ones. Let me put it on. Hang on, let me get to it.
Oh, it's not Blacktron.
Oh, my mouse's not working. There it is.
Just grab your. Yeah, there you go.
That's Grontron right there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's also dusty, but there it is right there. The most famous probably of that is the Gamma 5 Lasercraft. If you've ever seen that ship. Oh, Dave's got one. Of course, Dave has one. He has 14 of them handy.
Dave, they're just jealous of your Canadian self.
I am. Totally.
Actually, it had nothing to do with him being Canadian, but still.
Is that food or what is that? Oh, I like these chairs.
But yeah, so that was, I read an advert today from England, and that was actually called the Darkwing or Dark something or other. So it had almost a bad guy name, and it came with it was one of the first ones that had the black spaceman in it, right?
Swimsuits.
I think that's
Black
right.
Spaceman.
I know.
And the green canopy,
Yeah.
black detailing.
So I rebuilt one. I'm building my own Grontron. So the name Grontron, Gron with the O with the line through it, that's Danish or whatever for green. So that was the name John Palmer kind of put towards it. So
you sure
I
there's
got my own.
an IKEA?
Do what?
Isn't that like a furniture line at IKEA?
I don't know. Every IKEA line says like somebody sneezed and recorded it and made a word out of it. So because what's the legend? The actual Lego thing is or something. I don't know. What's it called? Does anybody know? I don't know. Anyway, so here is my new updated version of the Gamma 5 here.
Game 7.
So there it is right there. The weird thing about the Gamma 5 was that it had that trans yellow antenna on it that was actually really rare back in the day. So
Still is.
Do what?
It still is.
It still is, yeah. In fact, I found this is not one. I got the trans yellow lightsaber blade only came in one set, but I found them cheap on Bricklink, so I got a few of those. That's what I got on here. But our friend who has come in on occasions before, Pete Morris, made this a while back, but he is the master of a one-man fighter. He's also the master of Vic Vipers, but let me share this screen here. There it is. All right, is that on screen? Yeah, look at that. Look at that baby right there.
Nice.
It's so great. I love how he remade the little venti things there. It's so great.
And I love that he also added a second droid, but gave it 2.
Yeah, right.
And still kept the blue and red's color theme.
Oh yeah, yeah. The weird thing about that set is that the droid doesn't fit anywhere. He's just kind of roving around on the ground.
Do you not recall when I stuffed him in the trunk?
Yo, no, I did on multiple occasions with different issues. But anyway,
And we're ignoring that.
how many bodies fit in your trunk? I can't remember what you said. So
Minimum of 2.
So anyway, so if you want to build classic space,
Look here.
the yellow, blue, and gray theme is not the only
We're
classic
not
space color.
muted.
So always, try the green. The classic space themed colors that I never liked was the blue, white, and yellow themes. Those are just off kilter to me. It just doesn't work for me. The blue and the trans blue and yellow or trans blue, white, and blue are always classics. So, but yes, some grand. Oh, wait, there it is. You've got the.
I like this. This one is the yellow canopy, blue and gray.
And it has 2 of those antennas on it. That's from 85. 85 is the same year that the Gamma 5 came out.
Same year that the
Solar Explorer came out.
the 6952. Can't remember the name. Sorry.
Solar Power Transport. Yeah.
That's my jam.
I got that one.
I got that one. Huh?
I can get it, but no.
I don't have to know his name.
Yeah, there's the name. Blech is the name of the thing from IKEA and Lego. It does sound like somebody sneezed. So, what's up, dude? Jude, welcome to the chat.
What up, Jude?
Richard Shamish in the chat. Good to have you, man. Good to see you. But Dave, can I ask you a question? Here's a game for Dave. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, here's the game. Name at random a classic space set, and let's see if Dave can put his hands on it in 10 seconds. Do we think this can? Do you think this can work? All right.
I don't have them all built right now, but let's try.
All right. Wait. All right, Mr. Sandlin, I need you to get one ready. Think of a set. You ready? All right. Name it.
That was way too soon for me.
Sorry.
I don't really remember the names of very many. Do you have the FX Star Patroller sitting around?
Oh, FX Star Patroller.
No.
Ah,
I didn't like it.
That one in Canada.
This is the one I like. The FX Star Controller was the bigger one that sort of was like this, except not as nice.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, wait. Look. Oh, there's my FX Star Patroller right there.
Wait. Don't hog all the glory.
Well, you got 15 of them, so.
Come on. I had it way before you even had it up on the screen. Boom.
All right. Let's go back to Dave. We shamed him. We shamed him, but let's let him try again. All right, here we go. Julian, can you think of a classic space set?
6952 is the only one I know.
Let's talk about the one that was in the fish tank for 20 years.
That was in a fish tank for 20 years?
Okay, so wait. This is the good one. And the color difference.
Oh, is it faded?
Oh, it's very faded.
The blue's faded.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
The blue is very bad.
Oh, no.
And it
I got a weird question for Dave and everybody else. At what point do you decide that it's now trash and not salvageable?
Well, this can only be the set now because even if you took off the lid, you can see the 2x2 tiles here. The outside was faded, the inside wasn't. You can't use this anywhere else in anything at all because it's really bad.
So why did you put it in water in a fish tank?
Because the fish needed a place to swim through.
I was about to say, doesn't everybody put their
and then you put little scuba divers on it too. So there was this was a shipwreck. This was a scuba divers are attached to here, the little black scuba divers.
All right. Oh, Dude Jude said he has one. Do you have one like a set to ask about? Dude Jude, put it in the chat over there. I'm not sure if peroxide is going to restore that. I think that is permanently color faded and pulled out on and being in the water there.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Okay. Do you have the all-terrain vehicle?
In the layout. Oh, wait. No, wait.
there you go.
Which is awesome because you have multiples in different places to find. All right. So somebody else, a classic space set. Let's see if he has. Oh, he's got 2.
Well, yeah, you got to have 2 of that one. Come on.
Oh yeah, which is horribly named because it can only get over terrain that is less than 1 stud high. Oh, the walking astro grappler. That's nice. Well, wait, don't be showing him before he guess.
The
All right.
astrograph. No.
Yeah. Oh, the astro grappler.
That's
Well,
why.
would it be unfair to call out like the Alpha One rocket base because?
Yeah, I don't have the buildings built. None of the
Okay.
buildings.
So all right, so we'll nix the moon bases.
We'll just go with sets.
I just want to say this right now. I just did a video today where I call it the Alpha 1 base. It was the Alpha Centauri base from Blacktron 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was bad.
I chuckled while I listened.
Okay. All right. Starfleet Voyager. Let's see it.
They're all in my layout.
They're all in your layout.
All in layout.
Okay. All right.
So that's the big blue and white one, isn't it? Oh, that's the Galaxy Commander. Never mind.
Well, it's white and gray with a blue canopy.
All right. For Zoom Junior has one.
Mobile ground tracking station.
It's got the clear shieldy things on the top. Oh, James Nunnally, man, how you doing? There is our Lego store employee. Dana has his tracking station there. Does he have it? He's digging through the archives. Here it is.
Boom, baby.
Oh, did you? Let's say there it is.
Always a cool set. Now,
Nice.
This is the one where I put these pieces on instead of the actual shield. The shield's in the one in the layout because I only have 2 good shields and I have 4 broken ones. So this one I just kind of fake it on the
Yeah,
top.
they tend to break. They were made out of some weird rubbery plastic. I'm not sure what that was made out of. So
They broke really easy if you stepped on them.
yeah, they do. I think it's made out of the same stuff that the antennas were made of, the TV antennas.
Yeah, I think so. They were the trans clear back in the day broke very easily. I had 1x1 trans screen plates. All mine broke. A lot of them broke.
Chrome, everything. Oh, that's funny. All right. Yeah. Hey, James, send me your email address. I'll pop you an invite right now. Send it through like Instagram or Facebook Messenger. I'll send you an invite right now, James. If you're
I do
still
have
here.
one set. I do have one base built.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
There she is.
There we go.
So always.
James.
I remember buying this in the store. I loved it. I thought this was a very well done set.
Yeah. James, it's a trap. You're never going to get to leave.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, James, but just pop that to me in Facebook Messenger, and I'll get you a link. Let me pull that up. Or just, in fact, let me just send you that in Facebook Messenger. That would be even better.
That is like the easiest way.
I know I'm not real smart.
Yeah, well, you make up for it in looks, so there's that.
Yeah, well, good luck to me. All right.
I mean, you're no Canadian, but whatever.
No, I am no Canadian. Let's see. All right, come on. Let me send this. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, see, that's just that you're the host. That's not gonna happen. That's not how this works. It gets quiet.
Your job? Come on now.
So we could actually talk about what non-Lego things that you have in your Lego room that inspire you. And I only have a few things that are not Lego, but this is obviously one of them.
Oh, let's see. What do you got?
Oh, the Lindsay 17.
The 1701. Because that's my, of course, my YouTube channel, Spark 1701. This is the Hallmark thing that batteries used to work in it, but that's long gone. But this is one of those things I just keep up on the shelf for inspiration. I have this and the TARDIS hanging up there. That's about it. That's not Lego in this room.
Cool. Oh, welcome, Howard Brooks. Good to have you.
YoHowie.com, YoHowie.com,
Is that YoHowie.com? He is on,
YoHowie.com for all you.
he's on the Facebook. So is James on the
That's
Facebook.
my boy Blue.
Yeah, Yo Howie, he makes lots of cool T-shirts and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave, I got you on the screen. Anybody else got a set for Dave to look up that you can think of? Classic space set. That's kind of fun. Oh,
There's
You're
a young
young
one behind you, Dave. Look out.
Hi.
NC-17 meets. That is true, Brom.
Yeah.
So, what's up, big guy? Let's get you on the screen here again.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What you been building, man?
What are you building?
You been building anything?
Are you building anything?
Not that much.
Show off what you've been building.
I've been building something.
Nothing.
That's already built.
Oh yeah, I think they showed it.
Yeah, let's see what you built, bud.
I think they showed it last time.
Oh, a Ninjago fan, just like my kiddo.
Yeah, he's building a Lego the Lego 2 movie set right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Here's
Not
Suzu Junior
They're like, what the-
with his watching his shiny thing there. That's kind of cool. All right, good. All right, James, we've sent you an invite. Come on, dude.
Come on down.
That's right.
Basketball.
Okay.
Risk your job at the Lego store by joining our chat.
Listen, man. True story. I ain't met one that joined a live stream that ain't got fired. So, what you want?
Yeah,
Bring
but
it
we're not as
on.
popular as your stream, so he
Oh
might.
no, they didn't join mine. No. It was about this size.
Yes, tens of people are watching us, so I think he's pretty
The
safe.
millions and millions of Fazoom fans.
That's right. So, all right, how many of you did any of you guys plunk it down for the Sesame Street set yet? I got one. No.
So I'm considering doing a whole special build thing on my channel and building it bag for bag, and just doing a whole thing. I have never, in my 8 years of AFOL or AFOL, depending on who you are, have ever got a day one set of any kind. This one.
Nice.
I couldn't. I love the Sesame Street.
We grew up on it.
I mean, I wanted to live in the trash can. that's you can just imagine what my home life was like.
So
Anyway,
where are you about to move to? I don't know.
move over, Oscar. There's a new garage in town. Anyway, sorry, Chris. I'm too much. I need to leave.
What?
What? Oh, I'm just messing with you.
You're fine.
Just K here. He asked, "Do I have the PCS site still running?" I do not. My pre.classic space site is no more. I think I got most of the pictures off of it that I wanted to keep, but unfortunately, that died, and then the forum died. I think I just stopped paying for the domain classic-space.com a long time ago. So sorry, doesn't exist anymore. But most of the pictures of those old sets are on my Flickr. If you've ever been to Flickr, so I know you have.
What's a Flickr?
What's a Flickr?
What's a Flickr?
What's a Flickr?
You guys have Flickr in Canada?
Oh, Rich is joining us. Rich has finally found his computer, and is he maybe with us? Yeah, that domain got taken over by Squatter.
Computer cord.
There he is.
Hey.
Show us the sadness. Show us the sadness of your. Are you building Lego? Oh, where's your knife? Y'all back up.
That's not a knife.
I told you he was cutting Lego.
That's a knife.
No, dinner. No, I'm trying to have dinner.
It looks like
The
a ladder.
This does look like a room.
Oh.
Yep, there's a ladder because we're still doing stuff around the house.
Wait.
Gotta
Is that
places
a
that
decorative JCPenney bag or is that a functional JCPenney bag I just saw?
It's a decorative, could be trash soon, JCPenney bag.
Okay, it's functional. I got it.
There's Justin's buckets. Hey, I need a address, a physical address.
Oh, okay. It's 3219.
Yeah, I'm writing that down right now. Can you DM me on Insta?
All right, done. Thank you. I'm not even going to argue with you about it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
just gonna
So
ship
hey,
it
wait.
to you.
What's for
What did I
dinner?
say?
What's for dinner?
Lego.
Pierogies and hot dogs.
Did you just say pierogies?
Are you having to cut your
Make it
pierogies with a
pierogies.
knife?
Yeah, they're kind of crunchy. Pierogies and hot dogs.
If you fry them with onions, they should be crunchy. There's no Polacks in the South. They don't know this.
Hey, Giddens
We
is a
got
Polish name. I'm just
we got
saying.
cheese and bacon mini pierogies.
Giddens is
Bacon.
Polish?
I think
Yeah,
so.
my
I don't know.
Polish.
Are you?
Now,
'Cause
what-
I didn't think they
My
were here.
wife's from Allentown. She turned me on to Yakko's hot dogs, and they serve pierogies with the hot dogs. So you got to have pierogies and hot dogs.
When my sister was in college in Pittsburgh, she found a lady who would make fresh pierogies and she'd freeze dry them and send them to you. They're so good.
Mm.
Pierogies. They're great.
Pierogies.
If you've
That's
never
right.
had a pierogi, get some pierogies, follow the directions, fry them in butter, make them a little crispy, don't leave them
Crispy.
soggy. They're delicious. Doesn't matter what kind.
Pierogies are.
And actually, in Poland, pierogies kind of, I've been told, is at least when my dad was, who's been over there, it's kind of like a catch-all dumpling.
Yeah, it's a dumpling thing.
Yeah, he started eating a pierogi and he was expecting, potatoes and something, and it was actually like blueberries shoved in there because blueberries were in season. So it's whatever's in season goes in the pierogi.
And mashed potatoes.
And mashed potatoes. I'm sorry, we've dealt
Oh,
with.
No, that's okay. I like carbs and other ethnic whatever. I'll eat them. I don't care. It's dough wrapped around meat. I'm in. So,
Dude, some fresh kielbasa and pierogies.
Oh, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
okay. Well, I need to talk to y'all since you brought this up. It's something I need to discuss with everybody here. I need to talk to you about dumplings. Okay, I know they're Chinese dumplings. They're delicious. A lot of, but Southern dumplings are flat, not chunks of dough. Can I just go ahead and repeat that one more time? Southern dumplings are flat and not chunks and wads of dough in chicken broth. Okay, you guys got to understand that.
I want to speak on that real quick, Chris. As a Southern-born, Midwest-raised, Southern return, I will eat anything that they say is chicken and dumplings.
Okay, I'm not going to kick them out of bed. You know, that whole thing's me, right? But a proper Southern dumpling has been rolled by Grandma's rolling pin and flat, not somebody just taking some dough and throwing it down in a boiling pot. I'm just going to say right now, this needs to be said and understood, especially. No, my Southern dumplings aren't filled with goodness, but that's
I
it.
wouldn't put anything in them, man.
There ain't nothing in them. Dumplings are flat pieces of dough.
See,
You guys gotta
carbs,
understand.
they need more carbs inside.
If you put
No.
anything in it, no, I'm just kidding.
No, that's because they put flour in the gravy to thicken it up. There's some more carbs there. So
No, you need carbs wrapped in carbs.
Yeah, I do like
no,
that.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'll be all in. But if you're going to call them Southern dumplings, they need to be
Southern
no
dumpling.
thicker than that right there. So
Technically, if it's gravy, it's a biscuit floating in gravy. That is carbs wrapped in carbs.
I will give the gravy is probably at least 60% carb.
hey,
You make it-
dude,
if you make it right
Jude
with all
hath
the flour.
spoken. Look at there, right there. Dude Jude hath spoken. Dude Jude knows I am right.
Yes, sir. So, Chris, I got to talk about something else if we got a minute or two.
I'm sure I got that off my chest. I feel better about life.
Yeah, I got to talk about something else if I got a minute. Oh, hey, everybody. I'm Brick Smith. You might know me from such things as Brick Fair, Alabama 2020, the one and only. Anyway, back at the ring. So I was talking to one of my friends who's kind of quiet, but follows the community tight and very close and is involved with the conventions and things like that. He had an idea he wanted me to throw out there because I'm the voice of the Pink Bucket Nation.
You have us hanging on bated breath. Get to it.
So what he wants to know is if he got a room at a hotel, like I'm not saying like a hotel room, I'm talking like a ballroom. Would you guys be interested in, when I say you guys, everybody, but specifically the Georgia, Alabama contingency, the Atlanta Brick Company people, be interested in doing maybe the week of Brick Fair 2021, just doing an AFOL get together on a scale of display your own stuff and show it off to each other.
Put
If
it
All
there's
up
not-
Brickfest 01.
If there's not shoulder to shoulder public hours, I'm a lot concerned.
Huh?
If there's not like, you remember Burke Fair? I couldn't get away from the GBC pit to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it won't be for the public at all. It'll be just us AFOLs getting together and displaying and showing it off to each other.
That's what Brickfest was the first 2 years.
I'm not trying to. No, I'm not. We're not trying to step on toes. We just want to have a bigger.
No, it's a good thing. It's a fine thing.
Okay.
Yeah, in other words, you're
You
just
should do
saying
that. You should do that
a
at
bigger
least
local couple lugs get together to hang out with Lego fans.
As many
Yeah.
okay, so I'm attached to Dixie Lug now, soon to be Peach Lug, and I'm also attached to this YouTube thing for a long time. So there might be more people pulling in and driving further just to hang out.
You know, it's been transitioning to Peach Lug for the past 3 months.
I mean, I think it's going to be going on for the next year. I mean, I think it's
Oh,
still.
no. Actually, realistically, all it has to happen is that the board has to meet and set an actual date that we say that we transfer over from the DixieLug.club URL to the PeachLug.URL. That's really the only thing that's holding me up from just pulling the trigger and doing it in the middle of the day one day and just having people go, "Oh, look, it's no longer Dixie Lug."
Make sure you post that on Instagram for me so I'll know.
Eventually.
I hear you. Facebook
He doesn't let you know when there's Lego in a Lego store. What do you think he's going to do about the club name? So
We're never going to know. I'm sorry, Dana. Chris is a bad influence on me.
All right. So
I've just decided to start referring to him as Spoon because he loves stirring up trouble.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, you.
You wouldn't say that to me.
Right. Julie. Oh, if I was going to get a tattoo, that would be it.
That was I was going to do. That's what I was doing. I was stirring up trouble.
I'm just trying to be entertaining. Oh, wait. Okay, I have to talk to the smartest man I know, Brom. He's asking, what is the difference between an unfilled dumpling and a gnocchi?
Potato.
Uh,
I love. Sometimes gnocchi has potato stuff in it.
Don't you get cheese gnocchis?
I will tell you, I can.
Don't you get cheese in
Not
your
much,
gnocchi?
a lot, but
Since I have a Polish grandfather and an Italian grandmother, I'll tell you what the difference is. So,
all right, tell me.
gnocchi, you actually make the dough from potatoes that you either mash or put through a food grinder, and the dough is usually 50-50 potato and gnocchi, and you roll them out and you make them. Gnocchi is literally little pillow. That's what it's Italian for. Little pillow. You make them into little pillows.
You guys are making. You guys are killing.
And you make dumplings in the South are little blankets. So
Yes, and then pierogi you actually make into a holding. You make it into a circle and you fill it, and then you do the half moon.
The circle of life.
Potato.
I'm telling you that this pierogi looks like a little pillow, and I'm going to eat it, and it will be delicious.
That's like a pregnancy pillow compared to the gnocchi.
Oh, Stud Sidious, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
So,
half a gram. My
Never mind. Never mind.
so I'm just gonna say, what do you guys think? Could you guys potentially see that being something you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, sure, if it's all safe. And I mean, it's basically just us getting together, bringing a few mocks and hanging around. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Maybe for me, it would be videoing it. Call it COVID Con. That's a joke. That's just a very sick joke. I like to, yeah.
It would need to be done with a whole lot of, protocols and stuff like that.
Sure. But like loosey goosey, like we're not requiring anybody or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to propose it. I'd be interested.
I want to do it. So he's actually gonna call some hotels up there and see what's what.
Yeah, I'd say that if I wasn't in the middle of a move, I would come down for that.
Hell yeah, man! Sorry, Chris. Heck yeah, man! That's awesome. Hey, listen, I don't know what the level of curse is. I don't want to get that PG-13, man.
Oh, come on! You know you do actually.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we'll see if I run the rails off this show too, huh?
Oh, potato noodles. Oh, I try a potato noodle. That would be all sorts of carbohydrates. I would eat them. I would eat them.
Potato.
The guy who doesn't want the PG-13 sign is the guy who wanted to live in a trash can with a green guy, a fuzzy green guy.
That's true.
Don't forget about Slimy.
I do like the fact that they included the worm dude, whatever his name is, in the set on the heart.
It's
That's
so
pretty
cute because that's like his best friend, man.
I know. So
Oscar,
great.
Oscar was not just misunderstood, man. Anyway,
Oh.
I can't even get down on that. Go ahead.
Totally. All right. I can tell by his silence that Sandlin is building. Can you show us your progress, Mr. Sandlin?
No, I can't because I've made no progress.
Oh, it's that point of the build?
Yeah, it's me staring at a couple of pieces, and trying to figure out what direction
joints?
I want to go in. So.
Okay, you're
No.
going for that PG-13. I can smell it right now.
No. He's got a bag full of ball joints.
Mark, close your eyes and just grab a piece randomly and put it on and then see what happens.
Make sure it's
What's
pink.
the worst that could happen?
I don't know what that means. Yeah, that's the point where you get the canopy. Sometimes when you start with a canopy and you kind of get it in the mood or how the canopy is going to go, and then how do I connect this to everything else? How do I? Where am I going? And it gets frustrating. I get that. It gets really frustrating.
I got a serious question for a friend. I didn't know how to answer it well. I had a friend reach out to me.
You have a friend?
I thought
We're here.
But he asked me, he said to me, he says, is there a place he can go to ask like collectors and builders if they have certain parts that are not readily available? And if so, how do the people feel about it? Is that like a taboo thing to do? I've never gone out of my way to ask a group of people like, I need this part, not to give it, but to sell it or whatever, trade for it. But what I told him, I said, if you're going to do it, hit them up one by one. Don't set up mass.
We usually trade in our lug, so I don't know if this person has their lug.
Yeah.
People put lists up in our lug group a lot, saying, "Hey, I'm looking for these," and it's kind of like I guess it's like a pay it forward system. Like for like 10 parts, I'm not going to say give me money. I mean, it's like 10 parts that I have that someone needs.
Yeah, but these are specialty parts that he's talking about.
That might be a little more difficult, but again, I mean, if it's something that I don't use very often, I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, I don't care either. Like, look, I've got these guys right here. Does anybody need these? I don't need those.
Dude, those are rare.
Yeah,
No.
they're rare.
Why do you think they were right there?
I'd have to say, just from it's a case by case basis.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like a lot of times you'll develop a friendship over time,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, I would just go ahead and ship this guy parts.
Yeah.
Because I know he's good, and he may just ship me parts later, or it may be somebody did something good for me, so I'm gonna do something good for somebody else.
Yep.
So it is really situational all the way around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I figured I'd ask. I felt.
Now,
Mostly every lug that I belong to, which is a few now, knew that if you're a friend of mine, you just hit me up for parts. If I got them, I'm gonna give them to you. But I also know that there are some resellers in our group, and they were trying to hit me up for parts so they could make some money.
Well,
No.
So we had a club meeting at my house a few years ago, and if anybody knows Stuart Roll,
I do.
he came over with his wife.
Lori.
He stayed at home, and he came and looked at the Lego wall that would have been in front of me here.
Are we in the small
parts in
parts
it.
room? Just remind me, we're in the parts. Okay.
Yes, I'm in the small parts room against the green wall with all of the little trays. And he started looking at things. He's like, "So, can you sell me some of these things here?" I was like, "No." And then he cursed at me and said, "This is the place where parts come to die, never leave." I said, "Yeah, that's pretty much true. It's like a black hole. It's a Bermuda Triangle. They come here. I'm going to build something with them."
Someday.
Now, if I had gotten some parts that were not part of sets, and I knew it for certain, I would have happily give you or sell you or whatever. like I had a bunch of monkeys that I knew that I got in a couple lots, bulk Lego lots.
Yeah.
And he wanted to trade me some regular monkeys for the mechanical EXO, was it the Extreme Team? Whatever the heck, the ones with the silvery-eyed plastic, the pearl silver plastic. He wanted to trade regular monkeys for that, and I was like, yeah, I could do that. That's, that was cool because I knew that those parts had to actually come from something that wasn't really associated with the set. So I was cool with that, but almost anything else he asked me about my soccer balls. I was like, no, can't have my soccer balls. I'm not selling those. And a couple other things like, oh, look at all these springs you have. Look at all these gears. I was like, yeah. So
the takeaway from that was don't ask Rich about his ball.
No,
Rich
exactly.
doesn't share food or Legos.
No, I do not. No food, no Lego. Not easily.
Especially not balls.
On the flip side, I was at 2 brick fets almost in a row where somebody came to me. There's a good friend that I've known for a while. And they said, oh, I want to build something and I can't source the trans yellow domes anymore. I said, here's 4 off my layout because I have more at home and I'm going to go home and I'll just replace them.
Well, that's absolutely awesome of you.
Well, I'm just saying, well, they paid me $20 because that was lower than the brick link. But again, I that's why I said this in one of my videos. This is why I like 2-day shows or 3-day shows because I can come home, we're talking as friends, and oh, I'm building this thing and I need X part and I don't have it. Oh, I have one at home. I'll go home tonight, pick it up, bring it back to Brick Fest tomorrow, and you guys can take it home. Especially as they say, if on Bricklink, 10 parts are going to cost you $1.05 without shipping, I got them for free. Here, take them. I got a million pieces here. Right? But if I know you're a reseller, no, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Yeah. Stud Studios is talking about the frigate set from Star Wars that everybody's flipping out over, which Dana has a copy of. The only unusual thing in it is the printed or the sticker for frigate, right? I mean,
and actually, it's not even printed; it's a sticker.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So.
It's the only thing that's uncommon. But at the same time, though, I think it's the same 40th anniversary sticker that they put in all the 40th anniversary sets. So,
is it?
I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be surprised.
We lost Meredith. I wonder if they. I didn't see any comment that they were. The young one was coming to bed. Jay asked a question a second ago. Who came up with the term classic space?
Chris.
Chris.
No, I did not. Well, for the site, I did with classic-space because that was what was available. But
it was RTL. Somebody on RTL.
Probably so. Rec Toys Lego. That was just a way of talking about it because in those days, that was the land of insectoids. The years of insectoids and UFO. Oh, those are bad years. And then the really bad
RoboForce.
RoboForce kind of had some charm to it.
No.
But it was a good parts pack for joints and bendy pieces and things like that. So, she closed the window. Hop back in. Yeah. Actually, I have that too. I've kind of found that groovy.
That's why I kept it together. This is the only one I kept together because this is the one I like. This is the one I actually
with the legs that slide back and forth like that.
I think I actually have the box for that still.
I usually have one of each theme at least, but this is the one I kept from RoboForce because I thought it was the coolest looking one out of all of them. I'll say that.
Yeah, but look at all those hinge pieces on there, man. It's chock full.
I like the hands. The hands were cool.
The hands were cool.
The hands were definitely cool in that. Absolutely.
Oh, look at this! I know the mock of it or the model is somewhere, but here's the box.
Awesome.
And I think I have. Oh, it's got the tray in it.
Chris is complete.
Oh, man, look at there.
And there it is.
Woo! Man, look how clean. Man, that's not even bent. Look at that.
That's pretty
Shiny.
Would you call that mint in box?
It could be mint in box, except the tape has been cut on it. So.
Oh, I'm telling you, can't return it.
It's not mint in sealed box.
Can't
no.
say sealed.
UFO and insectoids, bro. The UFO series was like that could have been cool, but it just told to us old fans, it was like, look at those big parts. Why are they doing that on there and all that printing?
Well, there was actually some good things about UFO, and I'll tell you what they were.
Okay,
One was the micro motor.
Yeah, the
in the big
fiber optic.
set. The micro motor.
Yeah, the fiber optic was cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
The fiber optic things. The helmets for the UFO guys.
Oh,
those
for
were
sure.
really cool. Not a whole lot else. I mean, the saucers were okay, but if they weren't like part of a static thing, you can't really do much with them.
Well, people made the big radar dishes with them too. That was cool.
Yeah, that's very true.
I enjoyed that.
Yes, but in the days we used to have alt builds on the back of the box.
Yeah, the alternate builds were great
because it was about rebuilding what you got, not just building a model to stick on your shelf. So
yeah, that's why I bought two, so I could stuff them together. So
I mean,
sets that didn't have symmetry, you could make symmetric.
Yeah.
So basically, half of the Blacktron sets you had to have two, so you can make them symmetrical.
Yeah, so that you could make something that was symmetrical out of the
yeah,
part.
the Renegade just bothered a lot of people. I adored it. I thought that was the coolest thing they ever did. Make it not symmetrical.
Well,
it hurts everybody loves that freaking set, and it just hurts my brain to look at it every time.
Yeah.
Okay. What did Blacktron come out? 89? Is that right? Is that when
it came out in 87? Well, so the funny thing about 1987 is this.
It takes him 3 seconds to grab it. I mean, it's all within arm's reach right there.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
I adore this set. I saw it in the store. I bought it and went right home. I didn't finish my grocery shopping.
So I will admit, in 87, whenever that came out, of course, I'm driving. I can drive to the Toys R Us 45 minutes from my house. And me wanting some of the classics or whatever, when I saw the Blacktron sets, I'm like, that's crap, because it was asymmetrical. It was odd colored and all, and the engines were yellow on a couple of them. And I totally passed the first time. And of course, I realized how awesome they are. I have some now. I do not have the Renegade, but I remade them. So I have
mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. I was a high schooler. I was growing zits. I didn't know what was going on.
So
buy two. Always buy two if you can.
So 1987 was like another one of those pinnacle years for Space Lego in general, because you had Classic Space that was in that year.
Oh,
look at that!
Look at that
Space Renegade.
Just for Chris, because I knew he was going to mention this. I built this back in the day for Chris because he talked about recoloring all the other space sets in Classic Space colors. So I built this thing, got to be 15 years ago. And I built it because I thought of Chris.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Hang on. Time out, Dana. Here is some important information from Brom. Tom Lehman was using the term Classic Space as early as 1994 on Rec Toys Lego. So,
yep. There we go. Todd Lehman.
Now, understand that Brom didn't have to look that up. He just had to think for a moment and pull the file from his brain. So,
I'm sure that's what happened.
All right, Dana, what were you saying?
All right, so 1987, you had the last of the Classic Space sets. You had the first, or basically, the first of the Futron sets, including the monorail, and you also got the first of the Blacktron sets. So it was a year that was the first time we had 3 different themes of space at one time, where prior to that it was just all classics. So now you've got 3 things coming out all at once, and to me that is like the golden age of space sets, because
factions.
The momentum from Classic Space was so great that here we are, we're moving into Futron, and then we're also bringing Blacktron, and then in 88 you again still had Futron and Blacktron.
Generation.
Yeah, so you were now combining together, and then in 89 you had a few more Blacktron, and then all this Space Police jammed down your throat.
Which was awesome. That was a great year.
Yeah.
Followed shortly by Unitron.
Unitron wasn't until like 95. So, but yeah. So the last few years in the 80s, fantastic time to be a Lego fan.
I also
Yeah.
say that the themes got very cohesive very, very quickly, starting with Futron, because Classic Space, as Chris even points out in this chat, was not cohesive at all. From what I mean, the first 4 years was great, and then all of a sudden the white ship showed up and the blue. They got very uncohesive until the end.
Yeah.
And then New Futron was just perfect because it was all this is the Futron set. That's all it can be. And then, as you say, Space Police, and they're all even right up to RoboForce. They're all very cohesive.
Yeah.
And very well done.
And actually, the last year of Classic Space, you swap out those figures for Futron figures, boom, they fit right in with Futron.
Yeah.
I really think that, if we were to get somebody's brain to pick that, it was a question of, well, we want to shove these sets out, but we don't have the new figures yet, so just throw the old figures in and we'll deal with it later.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's how that happened. I would almost guarantee it.
Because I think actually somebody even showed me it was one of the little rocket chair sets in the catalog. It's got the Futron figure, but like in like a promo portion, it's got a regular Classic Space figure.
It's the X5 whatever with droid that set. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No, it's
cool.
an actual. It's because it's got a blue Classic Space guy, it's got a blue Classic Space guy, but in the ad there was a blue Classic Futron guy. So kind of funky. Love that set.
That's so weird.
Articulation.
Yeah, it's got the Space Police that shows up in that cool Space Police set with the articulation, which yes is at his hand. There it is,
right there.
It's like you got a magic Classic Space hat up there. That
I think a lot alike.
Well, yeah, that was actually one of my faves right there. The Space Police line, I loved it. So great. The play feature on that. But if you think about it though, when they got to M-Tron and they started putting the magnets in there, then it was almost more the play feature started becoming more and more of a thing, and that was a death knell to me, even though those were cool. But by the time you got to Insectoids, which was the worst, which the magnets were stickers. That's the thing about the Insectoid sets is those stickers had metal in them, just strong enough for the magnets to pick up the crystals. That was kind of cool, but those sets were just rancid, man. I could not stand the blinky light thing. You had to have the blinky light thing, and it was awful. So rancid. I didn't like it.
Rancid.
Oh, didn't see the Cobb Vanth. I hadn't seen that. Sweet. I'd like to see that. Put a link in there, Stud Sidious. That'd be awesome to see.
There was a promo on Instagram that was put out for Cobb Vanth.
Oh, was there? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a Cobb Vance. Somebody made a Cobb Vance instruction for his speeder.
Oh, cool. Oh, making it kind of out of the Anakin Skywalker pod racer.
Yeah,
look that it had.
He did it a little different. I mean, it would have been better from that set, some of the parts, or if he had used some more rounded pieces for the top veins. But it's still pretty good.
That's cool. Fazoom Jr. has been making him some lightsaber hilts of late. So hang on. Give me the big screen, son. There he is. Lightsaber hilt.
That's pretty awesome.
Cool.
Is that a Sith lightsaber hilt?
Sith lightsaber hilt. And this one actually has
that's pretty awesome.
So even though James didn't join the chat, he and I theorized why that GWP for the Razor Crest time frame, where we got the Yoda GWP or the Yoda lightsaber GWP.
Yeah.
So James and I were theorizing when I was in the store talking to him about that. It was kind of weird that why do that one as a GWP? And it's brick build. It's kind of small. They didn't even do a full blown box for it. They got the one where basically it's got a window and the instructions peek through to show you that this is what the set is.
Really?
But, yeah. So what we've kind of theorized is that this was almost kind of a test bed to see, are people interested in this? And maybe in 2021 or 2022, who knows, we'll see like official sets for them. For all, like for Anakin, Obi-Wan, Asajj Ventress, see if they start, Count Dooku, all the unique sabers, if they'll actually produce official ones, and that maybe the Yoda one was kind of like let's just do Yodas. It's small. We can give it a shot, see if it works, see if people like it.
I would agree with that theory. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done the lightsaber hilts already. That seems really natural to Lego.
Yeah,
to make a life size kind of thing to hang and display, since they're into that. I don't know how well the helmet series did.
Pretty sure it did okay.
I'm sure it appeals to that adult person that doesn't really Lego, and they thought, hey, this would be kind of cool.
Display, yeah.
Now, as far as your hardcore Lego fans are probably like, it's a parts pack for a bunch of little 1x1s and 1x2s and stuff like that. Which I agree, they're a great parts pack. When they go on clearance, those things will be great for little pieces.
Oh, that's a good point. No weapons equals no lightsaber.
But with Star Wars, we always get weapons, so it's a licensed thing. They can do it.
You get the guns.
Yep.
Hashtag all the pew pews.
Yeah, we know they were.
I would doubt they would do pew pews.
Yeah, pew pew.
I would doubt that they would do hand life size shoot 'em up things, but
Right.
Lightsabers maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be an interesting call. I mean, it seems to me an easy call, and because that is not a whole lot of engineering to make that. I mean, I know Lego would engineer it so it's really solid or whatever that you could swing around and everything, but
Build Better Bricks has had little micro ones for a while, and now they've started doing a couple big ones. And then there's a guy, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he actually is developing some software that does brick-built, really cool clone trooper helmets, and he's going to do some other helmets. And he has Maul's Saber life-size instructions for $15 on his site. So,
what's up, PJ?
I think there's enough people out there making them that I'm thinking Lego is like, maybe we should do an official version.
Hey, hey, BR.
Free Revolution. How you doing, man?
Got you guys.
By the way, I love BR's avatar with the Futuron chest and the
That's a sick fig. That's his actual
helmet.
That's
Love
a sick fig.
It's cool.
It kills.
I dig it.
But have you ever met him? It fits. That's him completely.
I look forward to it.
He's all he lives up there in New England. Yeah, I got to meet him up with him at Philly Brick Fest. I'll say it.
Probably Philly Brick Fest.
I'll say it like that. I know whose company I'm holding right now. We'll call it Philly Brick Fest.
That's right. Don't be besmirching the original.
I wouldn't dare. I was going to go to that no matter what they called it, though.
Well, my motivation for finishing a couple things kind of went away when Brick Fair Alabama got canceled. So I may be like Bricksmith and boxing a couple things just to get it off my shelf to build something else and revisit it later. So
We're moving. We're moving.
Yeah, I know.
This has got to happen no matter what.
I mean, I've got the Blacktron base that's sitting here. I've got to put the lighting on it, and I just don't. That's one of those touches I really don't care that much about, but I want to do it for Brick Fair. Now that's not going to happen in 3-4 months. I'm like, I'll do it later, kind of thing.
Get on it, and bring it to that hotel, and then display it.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I mean, just got to see how things are.
I'm going.
I'm hoping some of this mitigates itself out, and we can meet together again.
Yeah.
But
reunited, and it feels so good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I truly, and I have thrived off the Noonan trips.
Yeah, it was fun. Those are fun.
Those are absolutely unequivocally my. I can't get enough of that.
Yeah, I got so many plates. I haven't even sorted them out yet. All the plates they dumped out for us to pick through. That was great. But yeah, it was good hanging out with folks. It's just stuff I miss. It's that one weekend a year plus a couple more things with the club that I really, really, really miss and just can't do. It's aggravating. So
yep, I hear that.
Yes.
What's funny is I had such a I'm naturally introverted. What I do in my job is not introverted, so I get peopled out after it. And I had we did a drive-through trunk fest, and we had like 400 cars come through that, giving out candy, and there were people everywhere. And then I spoke in services this weekend, so there were people there, and I am over-peopled. So I'm glad you people are at a distance so I can talk to you. Over-peopled. I get it. My wife sends me to the leg room and says, "You're over-peopled. Go to the leg room."
Calm down.
She does. She will say, "You've had too much. You need to go be alone. Go to your Lego room." I'm like, "Yay!" She said, "It's my room." Ah!
I get sent to my Lego room and look at the sadness.
Oh,
Yeah, I couldn't handle it, Rich. I'd have to leave, man. If I set my Lego room empty, I would have to leave.
So
I still have Lego-ish stuff.
So I got a bone to pick here that you brought up because, everybody always got to make accommodations for the introverts because if they have too much socialization, they start getting all wiggy with it. And what people don't understand is that those of us who are extroverts, if you isolate us for too long, don't give us groups of people to interact with, the same thing happens to us that happens to you when you have too many people. I
like to think that I'm pretty balanced. I like some alone time to do things, not be interrupted, have my train of thought interrupted.
Yeah.
But I do like to, when I'm done, be gregarious and social and show off my stuff and have conversations. So,
well,
I'm not saying that extroverted people need constant interaction with people. No, we like our alone time too. But for the same reason that introverts get like overwhelmed when they've got too much people going on for too long, if you starve an extrovert of having that social interaction, we go through the same thing. We start to get antsy because we're not interacting with people.
Right, it's what charges your batteries.
It totally does. I need interaction with multiple groups of people, and it's not like intimate relationships. It's just like stuff going on, and it revitalizes my brain to do stuff. So
you can't have the same people over and over again. It's good to have different categories of people to interact with.
Yeah. I'm the introvert that's like, oh, Dana texted me again.
And that is exactly why I didn't text you about the nebula.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, actually, there you go, full circle. Good job. But no, I mean, there's certain, if I can control the situation, I know what's going on. I mean, I can be extrovert for a longer amount of time, but having to just make small talk with one person one-on-one that I don't know, which is something I'm supposed to be able to do, drains me like crazy. I don't. Especially if I'm the one having to force the conversation to continue.
Yeah,
I'm out because I'm like, this person doesn't like me. I'm out. I want to go. I'm done.
And that's universal because even extroverts, even we have a problem with those people because it's like, listen, this to be an engaging conversation, there has to be a give and take. If there isn't, I'm just going to move on to the next person. I'm not going to waste my time with somebody who doesn't want to talk.
Yeah, if you guys were boring, I'd be out of here.
Oh, I got some J love right there.
There you go.
They're boring.
And Brahm is still doing research for us in the background. He is Googling and reading Rectoy's Lego for us as we are talking together. So.
Oh, he can keep going. Actually, I'm going to go back and look at this thread just to read what he's putting in there.
Yeah, and I can remember the arguments of what was classic space and what was not, and it did mean closer to the time of the change from the helmets, classic space was just the open visor thing, but it's then gone to cover anything that's not insectoids. I basically Unitron is kind of the last.
Unitron and Spirius for me is the last bastion because you had all of the same helmets from Futron went all the way to there. Once you got into Explorians, they changed the helmets. So for me, that's kind of that point.
Yeah, I think when I first saw the classic space sets, and I thought, they don't have visors. What the heck's up with that? And then when they finally gave us helmets with visors, it's like they changed the helmet. What the heck is that? Could they just give me a visor to put over? No. All right. No.
I have said this a few times, and I'll go ahead and say it one more time. They did make a visor for the original classic space helmet. It was the night visor.
Night
right?
shield.
And when
I
I was a kid, I got the classic space or the classic castle set. Those visors were on those dudes, and I took
Here
toe
comes.
zippers and I
Here
could put
comes.
the leaf off of it, so it was a classic space visor. I could have put my kid through college if I had those.
So I recently
not
came up
judging
with this idea, and it's only because I've been taking pictures of a lot of sets, and because it was like, how are you got these guys? I want to take pictures with these space guys with these visors on, but you can't see their faces when the visor's down, and it just kind of looks. It doesn't pop. You want to see those visors up a little bit, and then it dawned on me that most space helmets have a clear shield. And then they have a visor that comes down to block out the sun, kind of like your sunglasses. So in my theory is that all the classic space dudes, they have a face covering. It's clear. They just don't have the sunglasses to pop down.
Technically, it's classic Battlestar Galactica. The light comes on, and that's like some sort of force shield.
Force shield.
And that's what it is.
And that light that comes on, it's yellow. That's why their faces are yellow.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I've got a helmet downstairs.
That's twisty thinking, Dana. I approve.
Is this canon?
Ooh, Ice Planet did have non-traditional helmets because of the visor.
That's true. But it still was
the helmet, though. They didn't change the helmet. They gave it a different accessory, which is fine.
You guys are my people.
All right, Greg, put them on there and push them up. There we go. All right, good job.
Dave's like, I thrive on this conversation.
I just want to say,
This is the
Fazoom
best
Jr., your
conversation
father
ever.
squandered your college fund.
You got that right. All right,
Presented
Mr.
forever.
Sandlin, we need a bill report from Mr. Sandlin. Are you still staring at things? He's so muted.
Sorry, my Bluetooth mouse went to sleep, so I'm over here like, I
You'll see
am
it.
making progress.
Yeah.
There's
Here's
just a Vic.
right now.
It's not a Vic Viper yet, so.
Well, it's starting to take the shape. You can see I'm working on one of the front mandible.
what's your language? This is a
thingies,
public
so
market.
That's where I think.
Mandible.
That's where I'm at right now.
Don't won't fop. Gosh darn it.
We'll have it for you in a couple of weeks.
Ain't this place a geographical oddity? 2 weeks from anywhere.
Oh, by the way, Mark, I was multitasking today, doing multiple things for work and this and that, and just scrolling through things. And on Instagram, I had probably scrolled past that little tiny Viper like 3 or 4 times, going, "Gosh, that's just really cool." And it wasn't until this afternoon that I was actually doing like being able to focus, and I was like, "Oh, shoot, that's Mark." So
It's good that Dana notices things.
I thought it was cool before I even knew it was yours. So just pointing that out.
Did it make it more cool or less cool when you found that?
It depends. Definitely more cool. Definitely more cool.
Watch out for his mandibles.
His mandibles. Yeah. Did everybody watch The Mandalorian? Season 1 or season 2, episode 1?
Yes.
What's the Mandalorian?
Have you not, Dave?
I haven't got Disney Plus yet.
So have you watched any of The Mandalorian, Dave?
I watched the first season. I loved it. Every second of it. And I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I loved every
It's not
second of
Star
it.
Wars. It's a Western.
That's great. Whoever said that the Mandalorian is better than Firefly because it got season 2.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh yeah.
That is brilliant.
That there just elevates it to the highest degree.
It is true, but it is still too soon.
Exactly.
And when you say is it too soon, it will never not be too soon.
It will never ever not be too soon because Firefly is just a way of life. I'm just anyway.
We are about halfway through Firefly, watching it with Zoom Jr. here. We watched. I think our Mrs. Reynolds was
Mrs. Reynolds.
Yeah,
it's the best episode in the entire series.
Yeah, is that the last one we watched, or did we watch one after that?
Out of gas.
We watched Out of Gas. That was so good.
Out of Gas is great. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't want to take up too much time, but like I've watched, I would have to say up until 2000s, I watched every single science fiction show that was ever on television. I watched Hardware Wars. Like I watched everything, Space 1999, like everything that is, oh, exactly. Everything that was sci-fi I had to watch. And I was flipping through the channels one day. I said, that's a spaceship that I don't know. I said, what is this? And it was our Mrs. Reynolds. And I'm going, this is blew my mind. And I'm going, I watched every episode. And then they had the gall to cancel it 2 months later. I'm going, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, my story with Firefly is it came on, and I can remember trying to watch it, and I'm like, why the heck are they riding horses in space? I'm tired, you know, because it was all out of joint, and I just didn't pay attention to it. And I remember Mark and I being kind of old man about it, going, spaceship looks stupid, you know, and we didn't watch it. He didn't, you know, we didn't watch it. And then I think Mark said a friend said, look, sit here and watch this. And so you can correct me, Mark. You watched it and loved it. And then we were talking. He's like, dude, you've got to watch this. So I came over and hung out with him, and he just plopped it in and said, no, you got to watch this. So we watched the first episode. And I think when they, to the point where they were breaking into the spaceship, putting the caulk down with the wire in it to break in, I'm like,
the first episode.
And so I'm like, this is awesome. Oh, this is awesome. And they have the it's awesome. And it just yeah, I was bit. So.
That first 2 hour premiere, which they didn't show until the end, was just brilliant. That was 2 hours of fantastic television. Joey!
What happened was it was right after I moved here in 2005, and it was when Serenity was either it had just opened or was soon to open, and Comcast On Demand had the entirety of Firefly available for On Demand, and that's when I watched it because. It was all available, and I had tried to watch it before because friends were telling me it was good, and unfortunately the episode I tried to watch was out of gas, which makes no sense if you haven't seen the previous few episodes because you don't know who anybody is or what's happening or why is this. It's all flashbacks.
Yep.
But it doesn't make any sense if you haven't seen the episodes that show you who the characters are. So I tried watching out of gas, and I'm like, I don't get it, and like so. It wasn't until later when I saw when Comcast had it on demand, I was able to actually watch the show. That was when it kind of clicked for me, and that's when I was telling Chris, "No, you got to watch this now because it's like that made me a believer." So,
in fact, it was in that very room that you're sitting in now that I became a believer in the Firefly.
No, I think it was in the apartment that I lived in for 6 months before I moved into this house.
Really? No, I thought it was there. Anyway, I remember the smell of that mahogany wood paneling there that you have in your basement.
Yes, it's mahogany.
Didn't you have a gun that had beer written?
Oh yeah, Jake found out when Jake was about 4 years old. I think I got him, an actual pop gun with a cork in it, and I wrote Vera on the side of the gun and gave it to him. And he didn't get it, but he remembers it. So when we were watching the show, I was like, "You're gonna realize something about your history watching this." So when he goes, "This is my favorite gun," it's Vera, and I paused it. I said, "Do you remember your gun, Vera?" It's all why you're dying. He was all excited about it. So awesome, Vera.
Good parenting, by the way. Good parenting.
That's excellent parenting. Yeah. All right, gentlemen, we're about an hour and a half, so I'm going to start winding this down. It's been good nerd talk tonight. I've enjoyed it quite a lot. And so, Julian, I hope we do get to have a get-together soon, with AFOLs. Love to see that happen if we can do it all safely and everything.
And I'll be forthcoming with as much information as I can get from him. Just FYI, he is building a house because his got destroyed from the hurricane, so he's still working on that. He's been out of a house for, what did it happen? October. So 2 years ago, last month, he hadn't had a house. So he's still doing that, and he wants to do this on the side. So if I haven't guilted you hard enough to show up, I'll try harder next time.
Look at this. TJ is the kid. He had to Google Firefly to find out what it was. You need to watch it.
Yeah, you definitely need.
And you need to find Adrian Drake's Firefly.
Exactly.
Yeah, look up Adrian. Look at Brick
Adrian
Prince
Drake.
Firefly and find out what
That's beautiful.
That's so great.
And that's what you need to aspire to. Something like that Adrian Drake created.
That's right. Stever said he watched it for the first time in Mark's basement right there. So
Okay, so I just noticed Brett Bill's asking or giving the question mark of Dana, are you a mild extro? Yeah.
no.
Mild with, yeah.
That would be like calling herpes a mild rash.
Yeah.
Wait, what's herpes?
I don't know.
Well, there's you ever see the movie?
Go
Ice
ask
Pirates?
Oscar.
Do you ever see Ice
Oscar
Pirates?
knows.
What movie?
Dave, you're an old sci-fi guy. Do you ever watch the movie Ice Pirates?
Yes.
Because they had space herpes.
That was a very funny movie. I don't think it'll hold up.
It's on Amazon Prime, but I don't know if it was for free. I just showed it popped up in a whole list of B movies, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta watch that again."
Okay.
Time Bandits, I will say, Time Bandits does hold up. I love Time Bandits. Time Bandits is brilliant.
I watched Battle Beyond the Stars more
Oh
than I
no,
care to
Richard
imagine.
Thomas, yeah, Robert Vaughn, George Peppard, everybody's in it.
George Peppard was the coolest in that movie.
Exactly.
But then, now, when you go back and you look at that spaceship, the hero spaceship, you're like, "What is that? What?"
It's not worth it.
Did you walk up to that and ask it to turn and cough? What is going on with that spaceship? I don't understand it. So, Fazoom Jr. has completed in the hour and a half his set.
Very nice.
Ooh, man, good job, buddy.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
You gonna ship that to me next?
Sure.
Yeah.
You already have 13, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I need something
now
to
you
play
gotta
with.
get the
while
Unikitty
everybody
set.
is back.
Can we? Can
What was that,
everybody
Dan?
You got to get the Unikitty set because you take that buggy and the Unikitty set and you mush it together and it makes the super whatever thing.
Super Caddy.
Something like
Super Caddy.
Yeah.
You know, I'll
Ultra
be.
Caddy.
I don't think I've actually watched the Lego Movie 2 more than twice. I probably need to watch it again, but it's just like it didn't have enough Benny in it for me. Yeah.
You'll watch it again and again and
You
again.
know, there's still a lot of science fiction in it, so you should watch it.
Jake got it. He's got the cat.
He's got the cat. Yeah, but it's like they ripped Benny's arm off and made him mad, and then there's like this the few seconds of spaceships that we saw in the promo was all that was in the movie. So sad.
But if you think about it from a I don't know what kind of way to think about it, but if you think about it from
Non-linear, non-subjective point of view.
yes, there you go. You just nailed the whole classic space community in explaining that you rip off Benny's arm and slap something on, and he gets angry, and I mean, that's Mark.
Can you show us that
that's
space
Mark
hand
right
with the
there.
remote?
But he's got both arms, but we've just described Mark. Classic
What did
space.
you say? What did you say, Julie? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I was just saying there. Yeah, just like watch Chris get upset when you show him the fig with the wrong color hands. He loses his mind.
2x2 hands of blue. I hate that figure so bad.
But it's a great Firefly reference.
That's right.
Reference.
I got my arm ripped off.
Oh, even
Hey.
better. Blah.
Hey, my sick pig's got a bucket on his head.
Hey, yeah,
There you go.
that's what's up.
Fazoom Jr. wanted to show
My
this. He
hero.
built
He got his arm ripped off.
He built him a very a really cool robot. You can make him have all emotions and stuff.
I like
It's
robots.
like a giant Baldwin.
That's it.
It's
All
a
right.
giant Baldwin.
All right, guys. It has been great to do some nerd and talk. We're at an hour and 38 minutes. So, what you got there, Bricksmith?
And at the next hour, over on Twitch, you guys, it's on the internet. It's just like Flickr. Brick Blaze channel over on Twitch.
That's right.
I'm gonna do the same thing again and keep sorting.
Yes. Keep talking. Keep sorting. All right. Appreciate you, my friends. Thank you for hanging out with me. I always, it is an honor for you guys to nerd out with me for a little while. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. We had a lot of good chat in the on the sidebar here. A lot of it I missed because Braun was dropping some serious knowledge on everybody. So good interaction there. Thank y'all for joining us. Tune back in on Thursday. Don't know the topic for Thursday for Thursday Night Live, but we'll be talking about it. Maybe talking about getting ready for the holidays and some of your favorite holiday memories. I don't know what we'll talk about. So we have a Discord for that. So if you look up Old Gray Bricks on Discord, you can come join us in conversation about that. We'll figure something out. But have a good week, everybody. This is going to be a weird week for a lot of news and a lot of people and a lot of stuff. But don't love your friends, love your neighbors, be kind.
And focus on the Lego.
And build some Lego to get your mind off your troubles.
That's it.
And be creative, wear a mask, be awesome. See you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Love you.
Love you too.
Mwah.